It's Champions League night across Europe, talking about all the clubs that will be participating in UEFA Champions League for tonight. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe, and also we'll be starting from the home scene where we talk about Nigerian Football Federation. Finally, 11 have been cleared to contest for the presidency. That has to do with Nigerian Football Federation. The Electoral Committee cleared 11. We'll be looking at that particular story first on the show. Well, before we actually go into that, I have in the studio Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's a pleasure being here.
Good one. Now we'll be starting from that story, NFL presidency, where a lot of them actually come out. They obtained the form, but right now 11 have been cleared so far in this particular presidential issue that has to do with Nigerian Football Federation. Well, the man at the end of affairs, Amaju Pinnick, will be ending his tenure by September 30 when the election will be taking place in Benin City. But right now, 11 aspirants right now being cleared. Let's look at the name of the aspirant, the 11 of them that have been cleared to contest. Christian Emeroa, Manze Uche Gulam, Peter Said Ida, ex-international of Nigerian Super Eagles, Musa Amadu, Abayola, David Doherty, you have Mukhtar Mohammed, Ibrahim Musa Gusso, Shehu Diko, and you have Suleiman Kwande and also Sheyi Akiumi. All the 11 have been cleared by the Electoral Committee of the NFF. Those disqualified for invalid nomination, just two of them, Marcelinos Anyawu and Paul Yusuf. The two couldn't make it to the presidential aspiration they actually have because of the fact that they were disqualified on the level of invalid nomination. But for the 11 right now, the battle is on, and now they know that, okay, we are here. We want to compete for the presidency. Election will be coming up 30th of this month. Today is 13, and let's just say 17 days to go.
Yeah, and a lot of things will happen between now and the 30th of September when the election will hold. And from the 11 that we have now, believe me, we still have like few of them that will still drop. Okay, and there's already an agitation going on from the northern candidates for the presidency that they want also the power to be shifted to the northern part of the country because Amaju Pinnick that just finished his 8 years now is from southern part of the country. So that one is, they are really discussing that one, and if they are able to find their way through. So that means from the 11 candidates that have been cleared, probably 5 or 6 of them will drop. So that means we'll be left with about 5 or 6 also to contest. However, if you look at the list of all the presidential aspirants that we have, sincerely, I don't think we are still going to get it right because of the clause that, or because of the status of the NFF, that it is only the delegates in line with the constitution that can vote. And how many do we have? We have only 44 that are going to vote. And from this 44, we have 36 FA chairmen and 1 from FCT, making 37. Believe me, all these 37, they are in the pocket of their FA chairman. Wherever the FA is going, that is, wherever their state is going, that is where they are going to. So we may have a pro-max or continuation of Amaju Pinnick because most of the executives or those that have been with the NFF board with Amaju Pinnick, they may likely contest also. So, and what did we get from them between 2014 up to date? In fact, this Amaju Pinnick-led board, they are the longest serving since 1960. When we got independent, and we have the first Nigerian to be the NFA or now NFF president, that's Godfrey. They are the longest serving. The likes of Sonny Lulu and Emeka Omeruwa, Ibrahim Galadima, they spent only for 4 years. And we saw what they did when it comes to football development in this country. But the likes of Amaju Pinnick and the likes of Sheyi Akiwumi and Giwa and Co., what have they done? For 8 good years, they came on board in 2014.
No, maybe Shehu Diko you also mentioned.
The LMC, what has it done to the domestic league in the country? They came on board in 2014. We've gone to the World Cup before they came on board. So 2015, we won the Nations Cup in 2013. For us to go and defend our title, 2015, we did not qualify. 2017, again, we failed to qualify. 2019, we qualified, we won bronze. And in the just concluded one, we saw what happened to us. So that means we play AFCON 4 times under him. and we didn't get silver, whereas we've won gold before. Les Stephen Keshi of blessed memory, he won it for us last in 2013. Let's go to the World Cup. In 2018 in Russia, what did we do? We didn't make it out of the group. I think we only beat the Iceland, but Croatia and Argentina, they beat us. We came third in our group. So we did not qualify, whereas we've had a best record in 1994 at the World Cup. This current one, are we going to the World Cup? We are not going. They are only using us as a practicing machine. Oh yeah, come and play with Portugal because Portugal wants to play against Ghana. I read something funny and this morning that the World Cup, they normally take the World Cup on tour to all the qualifying countries. Now it's in Africa now. It's left Ghana. It's going to Casablanca. That's Morocco. So someone has said, "Are they not bringing it to Nigeria?" Another person now responded that, "Don't worry, they'll bring it to Nigeria when they've already left this West African. They're already going to the North African. You didn't qualify. You are asking for the World Cup." So these are the things that we are really, really, really missing. So they've not done anything when it comes to football development in this country. Let's even look at how many people have they developed locally from our domestic league. How many stars do we have? Who scored the last goal for us at the Nations Cup? Sunday Mba. A local player from our own domestic league. So sincerely, I don't know how we're going to get it right, but the set of presidential aspirants that we have because of that status of the NFF clause or whatever, I think it will be difficult for us to still get it right because I don't think they are coming to serve people. I don't think they are coming to do the right thing. It's going to be an extension of Amaju Pinnick. And it's either we like it or not, he has his own preferred candidates. And they have a way of doing it because all of them are politicians. We are still not going to have a technocrat to run the football administration in this country effective September. All the people contesting, apart from the likes of Peter Said, which we already know that he will only try. I recall while you were talking there, I recall when Odegbami came out. Odegbami is 70 now, like joke, and right now he's being celebrated. Looking at the legendary status he acquired while playing football for Nigeria, he tried all he could, but he couldn't. I remember John Fashanu and a host of other international players who right now, if you check it, it's as if now, like you said, the administrator or the politicians, it seems even the players have been put at the back seat. Okay, just come as a board member or first vice president or whatever you want to contest for, because the remaining 42 that are cleared are all coming out. Akwebo is coming from Plateau for the board member. Amokachi is coming from Benue for the board member, executive, not even the main position. Only Peter Said Inda, as a former international, is able to at least bulldoze his way through to get into this 11 of the presidential aspirant. And it's really, really a thing of, well, a lot of people are not happy for the fact that just one eagle, ex-eagle rather, could make it to the final 11. Okay, maybe by the time the NFF Congress, they pass the new, the proposed constitution, that's going to make them to have 111 delegates to vote. Maybe we'll now see other people coming out. By that time, the monopoly that the FA chairman they are enjoying now, being 37 from 44 delegates, will now be 37 from 111. Other people, they don't want to waste their time. They don't want to waste their money. That is what I think it is happening right now. And I think what they need to do also, instead of them taking the back seats, they could as well go and fight to become the FA chairman of their respective states. At least
if for example, out of the 36 states, if they can have at least 15.
If they can have 15, then that means we can have one of them contesting for the NFF president, and the possibility of him winning will be very, very, very bright because you have
the support
from, but now they don't have the support. They don't have the money. When it comes to trade, vote buying, it's not only in the general election or here also, you have it also. So that is the precarious situation that we find ourselves in this country. Sincerely, I'm not expecting, my hopes are not really high. I'm not expecting them to perform any magic because they are part and parcel of those that have brought the football administration in this country to total collapse, as in total collapse. But it is what it is. We have no choice. Let's see what will happen.
Well, we just saw the Nigerian football. We get that fresh air that actually deserve. Because right now, we're waiting to see what's going to be happening. September 30, 11 cleared to compete for the presidency Nigerian Football Federation, while others also have been jostling for honor concerning being the board members coming from different parts of the country. We'll wait to see what will be unfolding in that particular election now. Well, let's move away from the NFF. Quickly, let's talk about a Nigerian striker, Sadiq Umar, right now being ruled out for the remainder of the season due to the injuries sustained while playing for Real Sociedad, the club he newly joined recently. Well, he lost out because of the injury, that's knee injury, the ligament, a torn cruciate ligament, and right now he has been ruled out, and it could take him about 7 to 9 months automatically. Sadiq Umar is out of the season, and it's very, very painful. He has scored 4 goals so far this season, 3 for Almeria before he moved to join Real Sociedad, and he has scored a goal, in fact, on his debut. But right now, the man has sustained injury.
Honestly, a sad one for Sadiq Umar, a sad one for Nigeria, a sad one for his club also, because they bought him from Almeria for 20 million euro to replace Isaac Alessandra that left for Newcastle. So definitely now they're going to be in a situation of who can fit in that position, the vacuum that is going to leave. Then also, you know, when you have a knee injury, it's something that normally takes time. It takes time before it can heal. And when it heals now, you have a striker that fill in the gap that you left, and the striker is doing very well. To now come in back and fit into that team will be very, very, very difficult. Then also us as a Nigerian also, we are already looking at Sadiq Umar as a perfect fit for our attacking option that we need going forward. So him going out, to be out for 8-9 months, it's not a good thing, but the only thing we can do is just to continue to pray for him to have a speedy recovery, and by the time he come back also, he should just pick his form and start from where he left it. A very, very, very painful one.
A sad one there coming from Sadiq Umar camp because the injury sustained playing for his club. We pray that he actually get quick recovery there. Sadiq Umar, outstanding striker for Nigeria and also for Real Sociedad. Away from there, we still stay in the Spanish La Liga. Let's look at the match that was played just yesterday between Osasuna and Almeria. Osasuna actually pipped Almeria by a lone goal. Good one for Osasuna. And if you look at that now, it means they've completed week matches now. Let's look at the way the table is standing. La Liga Santander for the weekend, plus Monday match that was also played. Looking at the table as it stands right now, we just have to look at the full result while the table will be coming. Looking at the way it is, you look at Real Madrid, Barcelona, they all did well winning their games, and you just have to appreciate the fact that, these big boys have started showing their class again, just like the way it is in some, let's say in France, like PSG.
Okay, I think it's going to be very tough in La Liga this season also. Not for only the La Liga trophy, even the top 4. If you look at the difference between the first, second, third, and fourth now, it's like nobody's leaving anything unturned this time around. Barcelona, they started very well, like the way they started last season. They won 4 out of their 5 matches. They drew only the first match. The last 4, they've won it. Real Madrid, they've won all their 5 matches. Rudiger, we're very happy for him. He scored also over the weekend. Osasuna beating Almeria also. It shows that nobody really wants to leave anything unturned this time around. So I think it's a very good one. And the reason why people don't really value La Liga before, it's basically because they see it as a title between Madrid and Barcelona. But the likes of Atletico Madrid, the likes of Sevilla, they are already coming in and giving them a tough time that no, it can't be only 2 of you, which we want to break in, and they are really doing that one. So I think it's a very good one for us to see. But it's too early to call that the big boys have started. World Cup is coming in. Look at Sadiq Umar that we spoke about a few minutes ago now. He had injuries. He's going to be out for a season. I'm not saying this. What if something happens to the likes of Robert Lewandowski, the likes of Benzema, which their last match,
he got injured.
He didn't play. So injury will set in. And like I said, and I'll say it again, there's no team that will start on a winning winning notes, and you will have this off and on in between the season. So they've never experienced it. They're still going to experience it. But how are they able to overcome whatever issue, the problem they're having? Dressing room issue will happen. Look at PSG that you spoke about the other time, that they are doing very well also. They have their own dressing room issue. In fact, Sergio Ramos is now the one coming in between Neymar and Mbappe to make them see that, okay, we are playing for the same reason. So they will have their ups and downs, but so far so good. La Liga is becoming more interesting, like unlike what we used to see before and to know before.
Good one there. We've been talking about that Spanish La Liga, right? The big boys are setting themselves up there. And quickly, we look at another match that happened between Empoli and AS Roma. Roma, they were able to win 2-1. Dybala among the scorers there. Good one. Tammy Abraham also added another one in the 74th minute. Good one for Jose Mourinho, bouncing back from that defeat. Now, Italia Serie A, the way it's standing right now, it shows that really, well, you look at Napoli, Atalanta, really they've been showing class this season. Napoli are back to the top. They are 14 alongside Atalanta, AC Milan, Udinese. You have Roma now standing 5th on the log. Inter, Lazio, Juventus, surprisingly, are behind, standing 6, 7, and 8. And from the way it is, it seems Monza, just the way they came to the Italia Serie A, they could actually bounce back to where they are coming from.
Okay, and I think Monza, they are going to be the whipping team, just like we had Salernitana last season. However, Salernitana, they picked up towards the end of the season. That was why they escaped relegation by just 1 point. They got 38 points against 37 points for the team that are relegated. So also, everybody's beating them now. Probably they're going to get their own, but I think their hand is getting to what? I think they've not won any match up to now. At all. So that means they really have a lot to do. But if you look at the top 8, and from the log table, you will see that both the likes of Napoli, Atlanta, Milan, Udinese, Roma, Inter, Lazio.
So close.
Juventus, it's so close.
Even to Torino.
To Torino also, yes, they're having 10 points. So what it means is that what we'll have now is everybody will be overlapping themselves. If this week you're unable to win your match, another person will takes over. Just like what happens to Roma also. That was the reason why Mourinho was very angry the other time when they drew the match that he thought they would have won. So let's see what's going to happen. But it's very, very interesting what we are seeing in Europe now. In Europe before, Serie A is not as interesting, it's not as competitive as it is right now. It is very, very competitive right now. Then Tony Abraham, I think I'm very, very happy for him. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Chelsea, they're not looking at activating
his clause to come back.
The clause for him to come back, because Mourinho has made him a monster. He has made him a striker that nobody believed.
He discovered his route.
So he has done that one. But let's see if Roma, they are ready or willing to let him go, because he's their point striker right now. So a very good one we are seeing in La Liga, and a very good one we are seeing in Serie A. It's like they are copying the Premier League.
Even in Germany, it's happening. Union Berlin
is leading right now, and the Bayern Munich, they are currently third on the log table, unlike what we used to know before. So I think it's really, really getting interesting in Europe this season.
A big one happening in Europe is like the wind of change is blowing in Germany, talking about Italia, Serie A, and also not forgetting other countries where these matches are actually on, and you see them turning the table there. Let's go to the big boys now, where the UEFA Champions League for tonight will be happening. We look at those fixtures quickly, as Liverpool will be at Anfield against Ajax. Will they be able to hold their own against young athletic Ajax, Bayern Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, FC Porto, Club Brugge, Victoria Plzen, Inter. Let's take it. Our time is running out. Liverpool, Ajax.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match, and this should be the turning point for Liverpool. They've not been doing very well this season, that's the truth. And this is a match for them to really show that they can turn things around. You know, there's a rumor going on that Jurgen Klopp, anywhere he coached, when he gets to the 6th or 7th season,
he gives up.
He normally gives up, and that happens when he was in Borussia Dortmund, and before he got to Borussia Dortmund. And if you look at it, also he's in his 6th and 7th season. So let's see, maybe the players will turn up for him.
To break that
jinx for him. So, and also if you look at the head-to-head between Liverpool and Ajax, and I think Liverpool, they have an upper hand. They've met only 4 times, and Liverpool, they won. And last competition, they won both home and away during the group stages. Then the last time I think Ajax won Liverpool was in 1960. 1966, 1967 Champions League, where they won 5-1. So they've met 4 times. Liverpool won twice, Ajax won once, and they drew 1 also. So if you look at that, I think the history is in favor of Liverpool. But this is football. What happened in 1966, even what happened yesterday, by today, everything can change.
Turn it
and
around.
you know the Ajax team, they are very athletic. They are very, very young, and they are very, very strong also. But Liverpool, I think this is time for them to really rediscover themselves and make things work for them.
Let's see if they will walk alone tonight against Ajax, or they will go with the winning mentality against the young athletic Ajax team from Netherlands there. Bayer Leverkusen, another one against Atletico Madrid. Just looking at the form they are right now, they just have to pick up the pace because they are really not on that level. But Atletico Madrid will be traveling to Germany and they will be facing Bayer Leverkusen, a big one for Atletico.
Yeah, and I think Atletico Madrid is going to Germany before we have the same day also where we're going to have Bayern and Barcelona. So that means they're going to be a 2... what would I call it?
Like a swap, anyway.
Yes, let's say a swap.
Lewandowski we're going to have former club.
Definitely. So we're going to have the same in Germany. So let's see who's going to take the day between a German team and a Spanish team. We're going to have 2 of them playing tonight. But to me, I think Atletico Madrid, they're in a super... They are not really the Atletico Madrid that left last season. You know, one thing about the Atletico Madrid is that they normally pick up in the middle of the season. So they are not starting very well also. But Bayer Leverkusen, we know already when the German team, they are playing at home, they have this motivation coming from their supporters. They get that one, and they are very defensive minded also. So if Atletico Madrid is not careful, they may be in for a shock. That's the truth. They may lose the match, or they may get the best result, which I think may be a draw. But you never see until the end of the game.
Never say never. Football is just so unpredictable. As we've been talking about UEFA Champions League, that'll be happening. Liverpool, Ajax, and you also look at Bayer Leverkusen versus Atletico Madrid. Another one, FC Porto, the team that really never underrate them. They can shock you at any time against the Belgian Club Brugge. Well, from the way I look at it, I think it's balanced, even though I don't know where to pitch my 10 here.
I don't think it's balanced because when it comes to Champions League experience, FC Porto, they've won it before. FC Porto, they are more like a perennial customer in Champions League. They come almost every year because when it comes to their league, they are either first or second. So they have the experience. And when it comes to Champions League, experience really counts. Your form at home doesn't determine your form when you are playing in the Champions League. So for that, I think FC Porto, they have an edge, and they are playing at home also. So that one will also count for them. So for me, I will go for FC Porto. Well,
he will be pitching his tent with FC Porto, but for me, I will be standing aloof concerning this because football is so unpredictable. While we are looking at the fixtures of UEFA Champions League that will be happening tonight, now still looking at that, we pick one more before we wrap it up. Victoria Pleasant against Inter Milan. Inter Milan right now, they just have to get this win if they really want to make statement, because right now, even if you look at the table in Italy, they are down. As in, not down, part of the bottom table, at least. So they are not top, because if Napoli, Atalanta, Roma are ahead of them, before you even mention Inter Milan, despite having all these stars with them, Lautaro and all of them, they just have to prove a point in Europe.
Unfortunately, they are playing away from home. But when it comes to Champions League or football, there's nothing like home advantage or away advantage this time around. But like you said, this should be a turning point. Just like we said about Liverpool also, this is supposed to be a turning point for them to rejuvenate themselves, to rediscover themselves, to be sure that, okay, we don't want to be someone that we don't want to be a club that after the group stage, we'll find ourselves in everybody's league. You know everybody's league. The one that your team after they are playing. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation. Europa Conference.
It's now my league. It's my league.
Is that not where Arsenal is playing?
Okay, no problem.
No. Arsenal, where are they playing? When are they playing?
I'm not Arsenal.
I'm
not denying. I'm only trying to, because of Nigerian ladies who actually love them. And as a Nigerian, let me support the ladies so that they can have a good platform.
So are you an Arsenal fan or not?
I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm a football fan.
You're a football fan. That's good. So it's going to be an interesting one, but I think it's a match that Inter Milan they really need to win.
Well, because of this time, we just have to go now. Champions League back in the fray of football, where we'll be talking about all the matches that will be coming up tonight. We'll be taking the remaining one in our subsequent edition. Sport is business and fitness. I've been with Olawale Peters. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here, Adini, and I hope maybe by the time they review the NFF and Constitution, someone like you will be able to contest for that position.
Who knows? Let's see how it goes. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.